Hayes Gymnasium, here on the campus of North Greenville University, where Christ makes the difference. At this time, we ask you to please rise for the invocation presented by North Greenville Athletic Student Advisor, Matthew Innes. Remain standing as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you today to thank you for a beautiful day outside. Thank you for this athletic contest of volleyball. Thank you for the talents and abilities that you've given these athletes to play for your glory. I pray they play with good attitudes and keep them injury free. In your name I pray. Amen.
And now the starting lineups. First, Belmont Abbey. At middle, number 1, Brendan Biner. At outside, number 2, Robert Nixon. At middle, number 8, Austin Quinn. At center, number 10, Bryce Sullivan. At opposite, number 18, Gavin Schaefer. At outside, number 21, Aaron Turkis. And at the libero, number 5, David Radochesky. The head coach for Belmont Abbey is Mr. Nolan Albright. And now, the starting lineups for your North Greenville Crusaders. At center, a 6'1" junior from Orlando, Florida. Number 5, Alexander Shenzi. And outside, a 6'4" sophomore from Richmond, Virginia. Number 9, Grayson Lawrence. And outside, a 6'5" sophomore from Rock Hill, South Carolina. Number 11, Kyle Graham. Outside, a 6'6" sophomore from Scotland, number 12, Aaron Campbell. And outside, a 6'5" freshman from Wheaton, Illinois, number 13, Nick Hampshire. At middle, a 6'7" junior from Mount Vernon, Ohio, number 15, Matthew McMenoway. A 5'10" junior from Haines City, Florida. Number 2, Dustin King. The North Crusaders are coached by Mr. Fred Batfield in his 3rd season at North Greenville. He's assisted by Mr. Amber Shinzy and Mr. John Childs.
And welcome back inside Hayes Gymnasium here on the campus of North Greenville University. Tonight, we've got more Conference Carolinas men's volleyball as Belmont Abbey is in the house tonight to take on the homestanding Crusaders, while also facing the Crusaders. Dave, it's once again the battle of the Crusaders, but we expect this every season.
Exactly. Welcome once again to March the 9th, 2017 on a beautiful Thursday night here at Hayes Gymnasium. Like you said, we got Crusaders versus Crusaders. We saw that, I believe it was the other night in baseball.
Yeah, we've seen it in baseball. I believe we also got softball coming up. Lots of sports.
Yeah, we'll be bringing you as many as we can. We've only got a couple more indoor broadcasts for you, and then we're going to be moving outdoors. And of course, when we move outdoors, it's going to be a little bit of weather concerning. We're scheduled to have a lacrosse game on Saturday.
And it's supposed to snow Sunday.
Right, so it's supposed to get colder and possible rain Saturday. So we'll just have to invite you to just check the athletic schedule to see if we're going to be actually broadcasting that day.
Yeah, because obviously the weather map's no use.
Right. If we don't, we're going to be back in here Monday for volleyball again.
So I am Gray Sutherland. That's Dave Parson. We're up here overlooking the court floor as Belmont Abbey will be getting us underway with the first serve. They come into this game 3-11 overall, 2-8 in conference play. North Greenville 7-11, 6-5 in the Conference Carolinas as they are in 5th place. Matthew McManaway on the attack and has the first point. Dave, to say Matthew McManaway's been on a tear of late is kind of an understatement, being named a Week 9 Conference Carolinas Men's Volleyball Player of the Week. But yeah, we kind of called that.
Yeah, he's got a really great game.
Aaron Campbell now at the left-handed serve. Belmont Abbey on the attack, an early whistle and a NGU point, a double hit against Belmont Abbey going against number 2, Robert Nixon.
And if you're watching us on Ustream, North Greenville is in the white and red shorts, and Belmont Abbey is in the white shirts and black shorts, or gray, blackish gray.
Big time block there by Kyle Brandt and McManaway, and I'm glad you mentioned that, Dave. Not only very similar in mascot name, very similar in school colors as well.
Exactly.
Campbell, another lefty serve. It goes to the net, set up down the middle, and Belmont Abbey gets their first point on the board. Number 1, Brennan Biner, a senior from Cleveland, Ohio, gets Belmont Abbey on the board 3-1.
Well, Gray, you mentioned it. Even the logo for both teams, the Crusader mascot logo, is very similar.
Serve in from Belmont Abbey. Kyle Brandt handles it. Shinzing will set up for Campbell, far post. Dug by Austin Quinn, recovered by the libero Raducheski. Now Shinzing sets up for McManaway on the move, over the block. Another dig there by Quinn. And he'll have to punch it over. It trips the net. Dustin King with a sliding dig. Brandt pushes it over. Doesn't hit anything in the roof. And Belmont Abbey with another point, Robert Nixon.
We may be seeing a really close match today. Even though Belmont Abbey's record coming in, they've lost 7 of their last 8. In fact, their last 6 were losses. But 2-8 in the conference, 3-11 overall. They can win.
Austin Quinn on the serve, to the net, on the joust. It is a Belmont Abbey point. Boy, this one looked like it was going to be North Greenville and in North Greenville early, but Belmont Abbey responds with a 3-0 run of their own and looking to take the lead. Good block there by Shinzing. Belmont Abbey still on the attack, though. Gavin Schaefer has it blocked. They still manage to recover it. An early whistle gives Belmont Abbey the point.
Yeah, we had a net violation, I think, that time.
Got to go up against a blocking error against McManaway, unfortunately. They don't tell us if it was an attack or blocking error apart from on the stats, so we have to wait and see till that gets uploaded. And that one off the fingertips of Schaefer. Hits it short into the net, and North Greenville gets their first point in 5 points. Belmont Abbey's previously took the last 4. We're tied at 4. Kyle Brandt on the serve. Raducheski down the middle, and not a great set there for Brennan Biner.
Yeah, unfortunately, just a mistimed set.
Biner might have jumped a little early, too. The timing between the setter and who's ever going for the spike has got to be very down pat, as there's a backward set and a Belmont Abbey point. Oh boy, I think that was Austin Quinn that just beamed it off Kyle Brandt.
Right, that was a rocket. He got everything into that one.
Tied at 5, Belmont Abbey with the serve. Quinn puts it in place. Shinzing with the one-handed tap over, gets the point. Not often you see a setter pull a move like that, but Alexander Shinzing is more of the aggressive setter type.
Haven't seen a shot like that since Madison Pogue.
McManaway now on the serve. Low into the net. And it took us 12 total points, but our first service error of the game. Tied at 6. Schaefer on the serve, over to Campbell. Running set by Shinzing, up for Lawrence. And he gets it right at the feet of Schaefer for an NGU point. Look at 7-6. Shinzing on the North Greenville serve. Set by Belmont Abbey, a sliding hit by Aaron Durkes. And just barely catching the line on the far side is Grayson Lawrence.
Yeah, that's a very difficult cross court kill. He put it in.
Shinzing on the serve for North Greenville, set up and pounding it into the far back corner. It's Durkes again.
Good shot right in that far corner. No question about it. It was good.
Shinzing on the serve again. North Greenville leading 9-6. And a big block. It's going to be in play. Campbell and Hamshow. First time we've called Hamshow's night. Hamshow's name tonight. Belmont Abbey takes a timeout down 10-6.
Yeah, we'll see if it swings some momentum. We've seen it so many times in here on those timeouts. The momentum switches.
And it's quite impressive the way that happens. Can't really explain it apart from you finally give your team a break and try and give them some words of inspiration to tell them, hey, we still got this. We can go out and get it.
And it seems to work.
So North Greenville leading 10-6 over Belmont Abbey. Men's volleyball season wears on. I believe it's Mount Olive and King tangling atop the conference standings. King sitting 15-2 overall. They look to be the mids, or the just, well, I guess from the schedule, men's volleyball's getting into almost the final month, but King looks to be the mid-season favorite. Mount Olive leading the conference with a 10-1 record. King a game behind at 9-1. But King is ahead in the overall record, but it's those conference games that matter. North Greenville on the attack. Aaron Campbell over the block, but high enough for Bryce Sullivan to recover. Whistle, a point North Greenville. Another double hit call, second one of the set against Belmont Abbey. NGU takes a 5-point lead, 11-6. Short serve, almost gets down, but saved by Nixon. And it's hit short under the net by Quinn, another North Greenville point. NGU's got a good little rally going on a 6-0 run. And that will come to an end with a Shinzing service error. That's their second one. Belmont Abbey serves. Robert Nixon to the net. One-handed set by Shinzing, punched over by Hamshow. Belmont Abbey back on the attack. Dustin King with the dig there. Hit over by Lawrence, and he won't get the touch. Another Belmont Abbey point.
Yeah, another one of those cross-court shots. It's so hard to get that ball down. You want to really slam it, and that sideline is awfully close.
Short serve by Nixon puts that one into the net, and that's the first service error against Belmont Abbey. 13-8 North Greenville leads through set one. Back to serve is Lawrence. Goes to the libero for Belmont Abbey. Set forward for number 8, Austin Quinn, who gets the point. Bounces it off Lawrence for the touch, and it's 13-9. Serve from Aaron Dierkes. Hamshow on the attack. Did he get the touch? Yes, officials agree. Ben Hamshow with, that's his first kill of the match. 14-9, North Greenville leads. Hamshow on the serve and gets the ace. David, looked like there Austin Quinn and Robert Nixon couldn't decide who was going for the ball.
Yeah, exactly, and when you have that confusion, it's going to go right between you.
This one recovered by Belmont Abbey. Hamshow with the dig. Oh, an early whistle. Point Belmont Abbey.
I think he had a double hit again.
Point Belmont Abbey.
15-10 to the first set. Lob serve in from Belmont Abbey. Shinzing with a set. Far post. Campbell just barely got that one in.
Yes, that's a good spike.
And that's tough for Campbell from that far post, being a left-hander. Normally, North Greenville will set him up from the near post. He's able to whack that one back the other way. As he can't get enough elevation under this one. Service error into the net. That's been a problem for North Greenville all season, service errors, and not much you can do about it except just practice, and hope those numbers start going down. Campbell there, hits it high and out, no touch, point Belmont Abbey.
I want to give a shout out and welcome to our viewers in Mount Vernon. I'm sure they're joining us again. We've been told they're with us about every broadcast.
Serve in from Belmont Abbey over to the near side. Brandt to Shinzing, back to Brandt. He hits it high and out, no touch, Belmont Abbey point.
Yeah, take that Gatorade away from them. They're too energized right now, North Greenville.
Belmont Abbey on a quick 2-0 run. Shinzing setting up McManaway, and he's called into the net. Well, actually, he was so close to the net that they say McManaway was out of bounds on the wrong side of that red and white stick poking out of the net. So Belmont Abbey's within 2 after being down by 5. McManaway doesn't miss that one. He made sure he was in.
That one. Exactly.
I think he remembered that last play.
Yeah, he almost like I look on his face like, I'll make up for this one.
Watch me this time.
Exactly.
17-14 North Greenville leads. Kyle Brent on the serve. Set up by Sullivan. Dustin King with his second impressive dig of the set. Who's going to get the ball? Campbell hits it over. And down the middle comes number 1, Brennan Biner for Belmont Abbey point.
Very close set number 1 tonight.
And McManaway and Campbell also almost had a run in. McManaway was looking back, almost like the set was supposed to go to Campbell. And number 24, Liam Maxwell into serve for Belmont Abbey. He'll hit it to Dustin King. Shinzing looking on the set to McManaway. Block, but it goes out of bounds. North Greenville point. Great block by Aaron Dierkes, but not much you can do about it when it.
And a good dig that time by King, too. He kept that ball alive.
McManaway, a lot of juice in that one, too much.
Yeah, their fourth service error just here in the first set. We've had issues with this in the past. We'll keep an eye on it for you.
North Greenville's keeping Belmont Abbey in this game with those service errors. Here goes to the net on the joust. Shinzing gets called for the double hit. Or no, a lift.
Yeah, that was unfortunate because it was kind of a trap ball right over the top of the net.
Serve in from Belmont Abbey to Campbell. Shinzing sets up for Lawrence, who gets it in the corner. Aimed right for the official and didn't miss. Good reflexes over there by the far corner official to get out of the way of it.
Well, he's holding the red flag, so that usually means danger.
19-17, North Greenville up by 2. The serve goes to Hamshow, bounces it off Schaefer, and gets the point.
Yeah, almost got a three-pointer, almost put it in the basketball goal.
Schaefer making sure he got underneath the ball And he definitely got all of it and gave it right back to Hamshow. And Belmont Abbey burns their last timeout for the set. North Greenville carrying a 3-point lead of 2017. They've led by as much as 6. They led 16-10. And since then, Belmont Abbey's had the late game advantage, or the late set advantage.
Belmont Abbey's number 10, Bryce Sullivan from Middletown, New Jersey, is probably looking forward to their next game, as they're going to be going up to playing New Jersey, boy, easy for me to say, New Jersey Institute of Technology.
North Greenville also played them.
Yeah, so that's going to be a nice little road trip for him. But a chance for him to go back home, or pretty close to home anyway.
So North Greenville's ready to go. They've broken out of their huddle. It took a few points, but Belmont Abbey was able to reverse the momentum coming out of their first timeout. They don't have a lot of room to work with here, but they're only down 3, so they made up 4 points in a run. That'd be good enough to give them the lead.
Here in the game for Belmont Abbey, number 19, Robert Valentine.
Robert Valentine comes in for Belmont Abbey. As we're ready to go, official motions for the serve from Shinzing. Line drive serve. Sullivan sets up, a block out of bounds, and Belmont Abbey takes a point.
Point, Belmont Abbey.
North Greenville here has to be very careful they don't lose this lead. They've got it set up now, running toward the end of the first set.
Nixon on the serve to Lawrence. Shinzing on the set. Campbell into the corner, saved by Nixon. Set by Sullivan, tapped over by Lawrence, and a North Greenville point. Well, they call a blocking error against Austin Quinn. They could have easily called an attacking error against Lawrence. I saw that net bounce a lot and not sure who ran into it.
Right.
21-18, North Greenville up by 3. Lawrence, good serve. Sullivan sets up for Nixon to Shinzing. King will set up for Campbell. He hits it high and out.
It's out of bounds. Point, Belmont Abbey.
North Greenville has got to cut back the hammer a little bit on hitting these balls. They're hitting them clear against the back wall sometimes, and that's way too hard.
Serve from Belmont Abbey. Dierquez almost picked up the ace. Brandt has to punch it over. Sullivan sets up down the middle for Boehner, and he takes a point.
Yep, this could get away from North Greenville real quick here. Belmont Abbey's not going to go away, which they really shouldn't.
North Greenville burns their first timeout. And that plays into the hands of Belmont Abbey as they are out of timeouts. And if North Greenville had been able to go on a run, we might be looking at set 2. But Belmont Abbey fights it back to a 1-point deficit. They trailed by as many as 6 in the set. Twice. They've battled back both times, and they're 1 away from tying it up again.
North Greenville needs to get that second point to get that 2-point lead coming into the end of the first set. Without it, we're going to go to overtime.
Campbell, Shinzing, Hamshow, Lawrence, King, and Brandt. The 6 on the floor for North Greenville. Nixon, Boehner. Looks like Dierquez going back to serve. Sullivan also on the floor. Schaefer as well. Belmont Abbey as well as Austin Quinn. So Belmont Abbey with the serve from Dierquez. Gets it on the line in, tied at 21 on the ace.
That was Belmont Abbey's first ace of the set.
Deerkes on the serve again to Dustin King. This one to the net. And Belmont Abbey has the lead. As Shinzing was over the net. And another timeout called by head coach Fred Battenfield for North Greenville. So now both teams, no timeouts for the rest of the set.
And it should be a really close one coming down now. Who's going to want it more?
North Greenville sits 5th in the Conference Carolina standings. They're 2 games ahead of Lee's McRae in 6th, but right now what's on the line, even though there's still plenty of games to go, you're battling for a potential hosting spot in the conference tournament. Top 8 teams get in, top 4 host, as tournament games always played at the higher seed. Belmont Abbey a game back of Erskine, right at the cutoff line.
For Belmont Abbey, 3 of their last 4 losses were 3-0. So they've had some really quick games.
Serve in high and out from Deerkes. Service error ties us up at 22. Number 6, Jake Bulldog comes in. Might he try to be the new closer for North Greenville? Oh, lots of height underneath the serve. Belmont Abbey on the attack, and they get the point as Brennan Biner proving to be a force. That's his 6th kill. And Belmont Abbey is in the lead, 23-22.
Entering the game for Crusaders, number 13, Ben Hamsho.
Hamsho checks back in for NGU. Serve goes to Lawrence to Shinzing. McManaway on the set. He hits it out, no touch called. And Belmont Abbey is at set point. North Greenville really on the back burner now. They're saved there by Bryce Sullivan putting it into the net for a service error. Still one more set point coming up for Belmont Abbey, 24-23.
Officials tonight, main official Tony Fontanelle and Luis Martinez on the far side.
Campbell got that one over. Now they got to come up with the stop. It goes to Lawrence on the back court. Shinzing sets up McManaway, just barely gets it over. And boy, North Greenville escapes a set 1 loss. We're tied at 24.
Yeah, we're going to go overtime. That was a good tip in right in between the crease. McManaway knew exactly where to put that ball.
We still got to get the advantage here. Campbell, high serve, gets it over. Running set by Sullivan, far post, blocked, inbounds by McManaway and Shinzing. Advantage NGU.
Alexander Shinzing.
Campbell will serve. Gets it over. Radishevsky recovers, and this one hit into the corner by Austin Quinn.
And we're going to play on.
Tied at 25.
One thing I've noticed in this first set too, Gray, there's not been very many volleys back and forth. It's been quick points on either side.
Serve trickles the net and goes over to the NGU side. Ace for Belmont Abbey, and they have set point 26-25. Serve in from Quinn. Shinzing sets up near post for Brandt. Gets it over the block. Quinn to Radishevsky. Nixon comes up for the kill. And Belmont Abbey wins the first set.
Yeah, that was a very good, very entertaining set.
So that will do it as Belmont Abbey looking to upend North Greenville on the road. Belmont Abbey only 1-5 in away games, but they're not playing like it. They're up 1 set As we'll step away, bring you back here for the second set between North Greenville and Belmont Abbey here on the North Greenville Sports Network. Welcome back for the second set between North Greenville and Belmont Abbey here on the North Greenville Sports Network. Belmont Abbey might only have 3 wins on the season, but they are looking pretty sporty here tonight as they are up 1-0. North Greenville is going to have some work to do if they want to try and win this one in 4. Belmont Abbey's 3 wins have come in 5 sets, 1 in 4 sets, and then a 3-0 win against Pfeiffer, so they're pretty experienced across the table.
Yeah, I think you also mentioned it too, and I have to agree with you. North Greenville gave away 4 service errors, and that could have been points that could have clinched the first set for them. Granted, Belmont Abbey had 3, but it's the timing of some of these service errors. Right when you got a streak going and you give a point away, not a good thing to do.
So North Greenville will start us off on the serve. Number 9, Grayson Lawrence, back to send it in. Brennan Biner led the way with 6 kills for Belmont Abbey. Nixon and Quinn each have 3. And Grayson Lawrence and Matthew McManaway each with 4th of that first set for NGU. Lawrence on the dig, sends it back over, and Belmont Abbey picks up right where they left off as Gavin Schaefer pounds it in for the point.
Yeah, that time Lawrence tipped the ball over the net at a perfect spike position. And Belmont Abbey took advantage of that.
Gavin Schaefer listed at 6'7", the tallest player Belmont Abbey has.
And they did it again. This time it was Brandt on that return. Instead of setting it up, he just actually, I think it was more of an accident, set it over the net for a spike.
Belmont Abbey up 2-0 on the set. Shinzing with the one-handed set to Brandt blocked, and Belmont Abbey up 3-0. 4 hits called against NGU.
Belmont Abbey.
Serve in from number 8, Austin Quinn. Shinzing running set over to Brandt. Went a little bit slower on that one and got it through the block. North Greenville's on the board, 3-1.
Yeah, I think Coach told them to play smart. Don't play hard, just play smart.
They've been hitting a lot of spikes high and out of bounds. We haven't seen that a lot from this North Greenville team, as there's Hamshow with a service error.
Serves out of bounds. Point, Belmont Abbey.
They're up 4-1. Serve in from Quinn. Shenzing will set it for McManaway, blocked and out of bounds. It goes. North Greenville takes the point, but they're still down 2. Campbell on the serve. Gets it in play, set by Sullivan, and a point from Aaron Dierquez. And Belmont Abbey on a roll, up 5-2.
Dierquez hit that ball that time like he was sending it back to San Jose.
Lawrence handles the serve, set by Shenzing. Campbell shorts it into the net. And Belmont Abbey takes a point.
Belmont Abbey definitely energized in this first set win.
Gavin Schaefer on the serve, over to Brandt. Shenzing will set up, back to Brandt. Have a whistle. A point to Belmont Abbey. And Brandt called. Might have been out of bounds. Alexander Shenzing none too happy with the call. An attack error issued to Kyle Brandt. McManaway gets a set. Dug up by Radoszewski. Schaefer on the kill, he's got it. And Belmont Abbey storms out to an 8-2 lead, and North Greenville forced to use their first timeout early in set 2.
Yeah, Coach Battenfield wanted to stop the bleeding here. This set has been all Belmont Abbey.
Well, Schaefer only has 2 kills, but he's been the catalyst to start the second set. Biner was the big man on top for Belmont Abbey. He led the way with 7 kills. Brennan Bainer right now 7 kills on 8 attacks with a .875 hitting percentage. First 2 years of existence, they've had strong starts to the season and kind of fell apart toward the end. Thought since they had a struggle to start the season, they might finish out strong, but they're struggling here against Belmont Abbey, and Matthew McManaway hits it out of bounds. I don't know how he did. He hit that one straight down.
Yeah, just out, the referee called it out.
9-2, Belmont Abbey up 7. Serve goes to Brandt. Shenzing sets up McManaway, gets blocked. Shenzing keeps it alive. They got to hit it over, and they can't. 4 hits called against North Greenville as they ran out of time. Belmont Abbey goes up 10-2. Liam Maxwell leads Belmont Abbey in kills, but we've only seen him once. As Kyle Brandt gets the kill, trying to bring this North Greenville team back to life.
Yeah, we'll see if that timeout energized the North Greenville team.
Yeah, number 24, Liam Maxwell, is on the bench as Brandt hits it short into the net. Service error puts Belmont Abbey up 11-3.
Yeah, that's the 6th service error now for North Greenville. If I'm not mistaken, we saw them one game have up to 30.
Serve goes to Brandt. Shenzing over to Lawrence. Gets it over the block. Dug by Nixon. Running set. Goes to number 8, Quinn, who gets the touch off Campbell. Belmont Abbey takes the point. Yeah, Dave, I remember that game too. I think they ended up with 25 officially, but still, you don't want your service errors that high.
Right, yeah, because every service error is giving away a point.
Serve handled by Lawrence. Shinsing sets up back for Lawrence, and North Greenville able to finally pull a point back. And it's 12-4. Belmont Abbey still cruising in the second set. They haven't shown any sign of giving up or letting up. McManaway on the serve, trims the net, and he gets it down for the ace.
North Greenville's second ace now. Tying Belmont Abbey, they have 2 aces as well.
And another ace.
Yeah.
Now McManaway's got 2 of those. Hamshow has the other. Now can he do a three-peat?
Why not? He can do everything else. Nope. Goes the other direction.
Sent that one a little far. Gives Belmont Abbey a point. 13-6. Serve coming from Durquez, and he hits it out the far side. North Greenville takes a point, back-to-back service errors.
Yeah, the first service error in the second set for Belmont Abbey now. So they're up to 4 errors.
Serve in from Shinsing to Nixon. Set by Sullivan, back to Nixon, off the block and in. Belmont Abbey goes up 14-7.
Number 2, Robert Nixon.
Sullivan on the serve. Brandt, Hamshow to Lawrence. The back line set. Got it over. Now they're going to play it off the rafter. Biner has to. A near post set for Grayson Lawrence. That one took a straight down bounce off the Hayes Gymnasium rafter, and that messed up Belmont Abbey's timing. They were lining up for Schaefer again, and instead Grayson Lawrence takes advantage.
That's one of Grayson Lawrence's best games that I recalled seeing here anyway.
6 kills on 9 attacks. Schaefer with a short tapper over goes to Dustin King. Shinsing will set up for Brandt. He gets it over the block right to Radochesky. And that one hit short, but Nixon gets it over. Lawrence off the goal post. Or part of the support beam that holds a basketball goal, and Belmont Abbey takes the point.
That would have been a good save if they could have got it back over anyway, so it was kind of out of control.
Serve from Quinn. Shinsing sets up Hamshow and dings that one off Radochesky for a North Greenville point.
Yeah, he spiked that one so hard it knocked him down. Knocked the libero right on his back. I think it actually surprised him too. He wasn't quite ready for it.
Hamshow on the serve, right to Radochesky. Sullivan will set up near post or far post for Schaefer, right to Shinsing on the dig. And Belmont Abbey takes the point. A double hit against NGU.
Entering the game for Belmont Abbey, number 19, Robert Valentine.
Robert Valentine, I believe this is his second appearance of the match.
Coming here out of Simi Valley, California.
Yeah, he almost picked up another ace. Luckily, McManaway was standing right there, but McManaway gets blocked by Durquez. And that was a solo block against McManaway.
Yeah, at 6'3", Durquez is a tall tree out there.
The serve in from Valentine. Here's Campbell. And a North Greenville point. Blocking error against Belmont Abbey. Well, North Greenville's starting to collect some points, but
I was just getting ready to mention that. Now's the time for North Greenville to pick up some momentum here. They're not out of it yet.
Belmont Abbey still has both of their timeouts for the set, so anything North Greenville gets going. Shinzing almost had himself a kill. It was dug by Quinn and slapped into the net by Nixon. So North Greenville does take the point. Well, never.
Yeah, they
never
were down
say never.
early. Yeah, down early. Now they're only down 6.
Certainly
North
looking a
Greenville
lot
trying
better.
to come back.
Campbell on the serve. Nixon, Sullivan, Schaefer, an early whistle, and another North Greenville point. Double hit called against Belmont Abbey. 17-12. North Greenville's chipped it down to 5. Campbell got another high serve coming in to Radochevsky, set to near post for Nixon, and he puts it into that. No, he hit it out. North Greenville point.
Actually right in front of me, and I still couldn't tell whether it was in or out.
Well, I was certain that one was in. I was ready to give him the point. Now it's 17-13. North Greenville on a 4-0 run. Serve in from Campbell again. Sullivan sets up down the middle, and now that will come to an end. Aaron Durquez slaps it in. Durquez, his 3rd kill of the game. Biner still pacing the field with 7. Shinzing falling down on the set, but still enough to feed McManaway for the kill.
And this is that critical set, Greg. We've talked about that on a lot of these games. We're set number 2. Actually, if you can get the second win, set you up for the rest of the game. And the opposing team that lost the first set, it's the comeback for them. And we're right here, right at the end of the second set, right when it means the most.
Jake Bulldog will sub in to serve. Hits it in. Sullivan will set up down the middle, and point from Liam Maxwell. That's his first. 19-14, Belmont Abbey trying to push the lead back. With a serve in, it trims the net. Dustin King with the diving save to prevent the ace. Belmont Abbey not done yet. Pushed over to Bulldog to the net. Shinzing plays it off the net. Bulldog can't get it over. And it's 2014 Belmont Abbey. 4 hits called against NGU.
Yeah, I've been impressed with this game with King. Second time he's dug out when it looked like the ball was going to be on the floor, so he's really playing his heart out today.
And that's the second timeout called by North Greenville for the second set, so they are out of timeouts.
And this is a good time, Gray, for us to thank our viewers and listeners on the North Greenville Sports Network, both our fans and viewers from not only here in Tigerville, but also our competitors. A reminder that it's our goal to bring you all the action and commentary in a fair and impartial way and to highlight the positive in both teams. We invite you to bring your friends and family along, come to the gymnasium or watch us on Ustream. If you have any suggestions or comments about our broadcast, contact the North Greenville University administration. Remember, once again, you can also message us on Ustream, and if we see your message in time, we will respond. Once again, we invite you to enjoy tonight's action on the North Greenville Sports Network here on the campus of North Greenville University in Tigerville, South Carolina, where Christ makes a difference.
North Greenville trying to spearhead the comeback. They got to within 4, but Belmont Abbey's pushed it back to 6. Robert Nixon ready to serve. To Campbell. Shinzing will set up near post for McManaway. He hits it out. And Belmont Abbey takes a point, no touch called. Nixon again, another serve. King. Shinzing comes back for the set again to McManaway and gets the touch as it lands in play. 15 for North Greenville, down 6. Now McManaway will go back to serve. And picks up the ace. Oh, boy.
I think he's had all 3 aces in this second set.
He has. He has 3 out of North Greenville's 4. That one was mighty close, though, to the back line. Radichowski gets under this one. The set to Schaefer. Or no, that was Durquez, but a double hit gets called against Belmont Abbey before Durquez can get a hand to it. Austin Quinn comes back in for Belmont Abbey. They lead by 4. McManaway will serve and hits it out the far corner. Service error puts Belmont Abbey up 5.
Puts North Greenville now at 4 aces and 8 errors.
Serve into the net from Durquez.
Serves into the net, number 21, Austin Durquez.
Well, service errors breed service errors.
And that can actually give the advantage to the opposing team.
Shinzing puts it into the net.
And you're right about the service errors.
I learned from the old NASCAR adage, cautions breed cautions.
That's true.
Well, can Schaefer break the spell? He does, gets it over. Hamshow gets a set, and North Greenville takes the point. Bounces off the hands of Schaefer, who's going up for the block. North Greenville hovering right around that 4-point margin. Belmont Abbey's only 2 away from taking the second set. Lawrence hits it in. On the attack, Belmont Abbey will get it. Austin Quinn, that was number 1, Biner, puts Belmont Abbey at set point, 24-19. That'll be 4 or 5 set points. Shinzing sets up for Hamshow. He hits it out. Is there a touch? No touch called. And Belmont Abbey takes the second set. He's got a 2-set lead over North Greenville. They're going to go for their second conference opponent sweep of the season. North Greenville is going to have to win 3 straight if they want to snag their 7th conference win of the season. Coach Battenfield just gave his final words of instructions to the guys. Belmont Abbey standing tall. They want to win this one in 3 and hit the road.
Yeah, and we mentioned it too, Gray. That second set is so important.
All momentum and advantages. Belmont Abbey right now. Campbell trying to change that. He does so. And NGU takes the first point.
Number 12, Aaron Campbell.
Campbell back to serve. Trims the net, makes it over. Boehner recovers it. Here comes the set to Nixon. Good dig there by Lawrence. Shinzing sets, goes over the net and lands out of play, but it will be a Belmont Abbey point. That one off the wrong side of his right hand. Tied at 1. Quinn in the serve to King. Campbell over to Bulldog, hits it over. Now Sullivan sets up near post. Schaefer gets it to go off the wall. Belmont Abbey up 2-1 off the deflection. Quinn back for his second straight serve. Over to Campbell. Shinzing will set up. McManaway blocked. Boehner and Schaefer block him.
Now Schaefer listed at 6'7".
He can match McManaway then. McManaway also listed at 6'7". Quinn on the serve, over to Campbell. Set up Shinzing. They fake McManaway and go to Jake Bulldog. And if I'm not mistaken, that's his first career kill for North Greenville. Looking over the stats last night, and Bulldog's been limited on the court, not by injury, just hasn't come in a lot except toward the end of the set. But he picks up his first kill. Now here on the serve, hits it high and out. 10th service error of the match against North Greenville. Serve in for Belmont Abbey. Shinzing and down to Anita. Set up McManaway, dug by Boehner. And early whistle will give North Greenville a point. A double hit called against Belmont Abbey.
Yeah, it seems like we've had a rash of double hits today.
McManaway back to serve. And he sends that one high and out.
Second straight service error on the North Greenville side.
Schaefer on the serve for Belmont Abbey. Goes to Lawrence to the net on the joust. Shinzing taps it over. Early whistle and a NGU point lift against Belmont Abbey. (5-4) North Greenville leads. Well, it's certainly going better than the start of the second set did. Around this point, North Greenville's down 9-2. Shinzing on the serve, popped up off the roof, one-handed save, hits the roof again, and Belmont Abbey can't get it over. Or now North Greenville comes back to tie it up. That was Belmont Abbey with a 5-4 lead. Now we're tied at 5.
Yeah, the infrastructure hadn't been too much in play today, but it was there.
Set by Sullivan, far post. Nixon gets blocked. He has some backup. Sullivan with the tip over right to Shinzing. Here comes Campbell off the set. He's blocked, and Belmont Abbey takes the point. Aaron Durquez with the block. Nixon drifting back to serve with Belmont Abbey up by 1. Sends it high and out. Belmont Abbey can't help themselves for the service errors. Lawrence back to serve for NGU. Sends it into Radachowski. Popped up off the block from Durquez. Campbell gets a set from King and shorts it into the net. Teams trading points. Belmont Abbey retakes the lead. But they got to win by 2.
Yeah, and Belmont Abbey at this point is happy with trading points. As long as they don't let North Greenville run.
Durquez on the serve to King. Don't know how that didn't hit anything in the roof, but it didn't. Campbell hits it over. Set up by Sullivan to Nixon, and big time block there by Hamshow and Campbell. And North Greenville ties it up at 7. To clean up the court in the left end. Again, if you've been paying attention to the weather report for the upstate South Carolina area, we've had it right around 75 degrees for the past few days, and we're expecting snow on Sunday. And there's another point for Belmont Abbey. Biner again gets the touch off Hamshow. That's Briner's 9th kill.
You mentioned the inclement weather. We're going to just stand by on Saturday's lacrosse game to see whether we actually broadcast or not.
Sullivan on the serve. Shinzing sets up for Bulldog, and he's got his 2nd kill.
Number 6, Jake Bulldog.
For those that may not know, our broadcast position is a definite outdoors, and it's uncovered, so we have to be very careful with the electronics.
Hamshow, or that's Campbell on the serve, and he puts it into the net. Gives Belmont Abbey the lead back. Serve in from Campbell, makes it over. Now tangle up at the net, set far post. And Robert Nixon gets credit for that one off the block of McManaway. Belmont Abbey has that magic 2-point lead. That's what they need as they have it here, 10-8. Serve in from Quinn. Shinzing will set up near post. Bulldog gets it in. He's got 3. I think with every more passing point, Jake Bulldog is earning more and more playing time, it looks like.
Yeah.
Bulldog back to serve. He's got a good serve. Near post set, and on the line, it is in for Gavin Schaefer.
Number 18, Gavin Schaefer.
A line serve here from Quinn. Shinzing will set up near post for Lawrence, and Lawrence gets it down. Grayson Lawrence having a pretty good game too, I'd say, for North Greenville. 7 kills so far.
Yeah. North Greenville staying right in this 3rd set.
McManaway on the serve. Low into the net. Belmont Abbey takes a point off a service error. And Schaefer takes the ball right back.
13th service error for North Greenville.
Over to King, and he pulls that one right. Shinzing runs into the scores table after it, hit over by Bulldog. He gets himself repossessioned. Quinn hits it right into the block of Lawrence, and North Greenville pulls a point back. Well, that was a close call for Shinzing, almost cartwheeling his way into the scores table. And he has to go back to serve. Sullivan on the set, and Durquez almost with the one-handed dunk gets it down. 13-11 in favor of Belmont Abbey.
Yeah, I think he was a little bit concerned that might have been a carry the way he tapped that one over, and more of a push than a kill.
Robert Nixon on the serve. Lawrence gets it. Shinzing will set back up for Lawrence, and he bounces it off Radachowski. Well, looking at it, might be Radazewski. Not sure. But he's taking a few licks here tonight, but he's standing in. Lawrence sends it in, trims the net, and he trimmed the net and trimmed the line too. And he picks up the ace. Tied at 13. North Greenville's cutting it close though, in more ways than one. Lawrence trying to go back-to-back, right to Radachowski. Set up down the middle, blocked is Durquez. Another chance though here for Belmont Abbey, and a point NGU as they will take the lead. Double hit against Belmont Abbey. And timeout for Belmont Abbey as they know what's at stake here. They want to win this one in 3.
Great, you know how I like to watch the service errors at aces. And North Greenville has had on the service aces in the first 3 sets, 1, 3, and 1, and on the errors is 4, 5, and 4. So they've had at least 1 ace and 1 error in every set. And unfortunately, they've had a lot more errors than aces.
And it comes down to where they're hitting the ball on the way back down. A lot of these Crusaders have that, or a lot of these North Greenville Crusaders have that jump serve.
Right.
Now in women's volleyball, when we were in here, we saw that from some of the women's players for North Greenville's team. But take, for example, number 8, Anne-Marie Johnston. She served it
from the wall.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah, she was a good 30 feet behind the
They might have let her serve from the parking lot if that was legal.
Yeah, exactly.
But she didn't have that jump serve. She was serving from all the way from that back wall, and she was still getting it in.
Yes, she knew what she was doing.
So let's watch Lawrence on the serve and see what he does.
Warning to the bench, they didn't get the music turned down in time.
Scores table on alert. Now let's see. Lawrence runs up. He's got that jump serve too. That one lands in play. Set up near side for Schaefer, and he gets it off Dustin King. Belmont Abbey point.
I've got a feeling this set's going to go right down to the end as well. And we're tied at 14, so we're about halfway through the set, a little over halfway.
Serve in here from Durquez. Out. Service there for Belmont Abbey. North Greenville takes the lead 15-14.
Of their service errors for Belmont Abbey, in set 1 they had 3, and then set 2 and 3 they've had 2.
This one played off the roof, and North Greenville takes 2 from Belmont Abbey. Hamshow. He doesn't have a big jump. He's got more of a hop. He does a little bit of one there. This one's going to go to the net. Tapped back over by Bulldog. He's got 4. And now North Greenville's starting to wake up as they have a 3-point lead. Belmont Abbey's already burned one of their timeouts. Hamshow trying to go for that short serve. Didn't get it. Belmont Abbey pulls one of the points back. Serve in. Lawrence has to fall down to save that one as Bulldog. Did he get it? Yes. He got the touch as well as his 5th kill.
Yeah, I thought it was hit out of bounds, but they said it was touched going out.
Campbell on the serve. This one with a high arc, but it falls in. And there's a block from McManaway. Belmont Abbey can't recover. 19-5 NGU, or 19-15 NGU up.
And we're looking at the possibility of going to set number 4 now.
Campbell hits it in. Saved by Libero for Belmont Abbey, and there's a big block, but Belmont Abbey gets the point. McManaway and Bulldog block goes out of bounds.
It wasn't out of bounds by much on that sideline.
Maxwell back to serve. Over to Campbell. Shinzing will set up near post Bulldog, and he bounces it off of Sullivan. That one caught Sullivan in the head.
Yeah. Wonder how much Jake Bulldog likes burritos.
I think I know what you're getting at there. Bulldog back to serve, but it's out of bounds.
Yeah. And that's the 6th service error in this set for North Greenville.
But Belmont Abbey now they have some work to do.
Yeah, they've had 2 service errors this set. To go along with their 2 aces in the game.
Now they did take the first set as we went into a couple extra points. They won at 27-25. North Greenville up 3 as here comes McManaway. A dig there to stop that one. Hit over. Bulldog with a dig. Campbell chases it into the bench. Bulldog hits it over. Boy, that was a point saver for North Greenville. Here comes Belmont Abbey on the shorter. It's saved by Dustin King.
Yeah,
here comes Lawrence. And another chance for Belmont Abbey. Nixon finally gets it.
That definitely our best volley of the day.
Oh, there's no question about that. That was about, you're exactly right, Dave. Best one so far.
Dustin King with a good show there too, saving a possible point, even though they lost the point, but it was a good play.
There comes Lawrence and gets it to go. 21-18, North Greenville up.
North Greenville trying everything they can now to send this to the 4th set.
Serve in from McManaway. Over to the far side to the net for Sullivan setting. Back court set for Maxwell. Saved there by Bulldog, and Campbell will get it over, but it's pounded right back by Durquez.
Yeah, it's a good spike setup with that serve back. That's all he could do.
I mean, he was left wide open down the middle.
Exactly.
Well, Belmont Abbey not done yet. They're still down 2. Serve in to King. Shinzing will go for the tapper, but it's right to Schaefer. Far post set for Nixon on the line.
Called it out.
It's Belmont Abbey point.
Oh, I thought the far official in the corner called it out. Apparently it was overruled.
21-20. Belmont Abbey still needs 1. Campbell, a lot of backspin on the ball, gets a set to Bulldog as Schaefer. Sullivan sets up Nixon, shorts it into the corner right to Campbell. Shinzing once again sets up Lawrence. Great dig there, but Belmont Abbey's not going to get that one. 22-20.
So grab your fortune cookie and open it up and see who wins this game, at least this set.
Shinzing on the serve. Sullivan will set up Durquez. Belmont Abbey gets it over after getting blocked the first time. Lawrence hits it, but he's on the wrong side of that red and white pole. Belmont Abbey takes the point. They've been able to get within 1, but they can't seem to get over the mountain. Nixon on the serve. Right to King. Shinzing's going to set up for Lawrence. And this one takes a bounce off of Nixon, and North Greenville takes a point, 23-21.
Now we'll see what Grayson Lawrence can do. He had a good showing in the second set.
Lawrence hits it in. Here we go. Off the block, and Belmont Abbey stays alive with the point from Durquez. 23-22. And a sub coming on for Belmont Abbey as it is number 1, Brennan Biner, who leads the Belmont Abbey team with 9 kills on 11 attacks. Still a .727 hitting percentage. Durquez hits it in the corner. What a time for an ace. And we're tied at 23. Timeout, North Greenville.
Yeah, we talked earlier in another broadcast about the timing of the service errors and service aces being right at the end of the set. And this was a good example, getting that ace right here at the end of the third set.
And how about this? It comes down to who gets the next point. Will have either Belmont Abbey will have match point, but only one. Either North Greenville will have set point, but only one.
Right. And we're about an hour and 10 minutes, or hour and 13 minutes, into this game. So it's been a rather quick game again for 3 sets. Like you said, it's a question of whether it's going to go 3 or 4 or 5.
Who's got the advantage right now? Kind of feel like the ads in Belmont Abbey's court, as North Greenville had them 23-21. Belmont Abbey's been able to tie it at 23, and it comes down to, it doesn't come down to the final point, but this one's going to determine who has the crystal ball.
Yeah, this is a setup point.
Serve in from Durquez. King with the stop, plays it. Shinzing has to play it off the light, but he doesn't have any help, and Belmont Abbey will have match point, 24-23. Now they've had 3 service aces. So the odds might be against Belmont Abbey on the service aces, but don't tell them that. Durquez is going to be on the serve. Sends it in to King. Shinzing will set up for Bulldog, and Bulldog keeps North Greenville alive. Boy, oh boy. He came in to start, what was it, this set, and has 7 kills.
Exactly.
Well, we're still not out of the woods yet, tied at 24. Looks like this one's going to take a few extra points to end. And here's our first appearance by Silas Jenkins.
So that'll be all the North Greenville players now. Been in the game.
Belmont Abbey looking to get the advantage. Jenkins with the one-handed reach out to save it. Bulldog taps it over. Belmont Abbey back on the attack, and they get the touch from Shinzing. Maxwell puts Belmont Abbey back at match point, 25-24. North Greenville's out of timeouts. Belmont Abbey has 1 left. And here comes the serve from Schaefer. North Greenville on the attack. Near post, Bulldog blocked, and the point is to Belmont Abbey. Yep. 4 hits called against North Greenville.
And that'll be the match.
And Belmont Abbey sweeps North Greenville 3-0. What a great game for Belmont Abbey. They certainly needed that. They pick up their 4th win, and they now tentatively tie Erskine for that 8th spot.
More importantly, it stops a losing streak. They had a 6-game losing streak coming in, and they definitely needed this win to get them back on the win side of things and build confidence within their team coming into the end of the season.
North Greenville falls to 7-12 overall, 6-6 in conference play.
One of the keys was the North Greenville service errors, 15 total.
Well, Dave, in the upset win for Belmont Abbey, time to pick a Moser Greer player of the game. Who stands out on that number chart for you?
Well, I really liked the way Jake Bulldog came in and played.
I did too. For him to come in for that one set and rack up 7 kills on 13 attacks and 2 digs, we've honestly never gotten a chance to see what he can do.
Well, and the other thing too is it's so hard for a bench player to be ready. And he came in ready. You could tell he was ready. He knew this was his shot, his chance to show the coaching staff what he could do. And he made the best of it. I really liked the way he played tonight.
And how about why don't we split it for both teams? Let's go ahead and give the nod as well to Brennan Biner. 9 kills on 11 attacks. He finishes the game with a .727 hitting percentage.
That's pretty high.
That's hard to do.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one.
Also, Robert Nixon finishes with 7 kills for Belmont Abbey. Durquez with 6. Quinn with 4, Schaefer with 5. Grayson Lawrence had a very good game for North Greenville, 11 kills on 16 attacks. McManaway finishes with 7. Bulldog also had 7 for North Greenville. The story of the game, again, those service errors, and North Greenville's going to have to work on those for their next match coming up. I believe it's Monday is the next listed game.
Yeah, I believe we're listed here to come in at 3 o'clock. What is it, the University of
Charleston, West Virginia.
Yeah,
that's who it is.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, we'll be back in action Saturday. Of course, weather permitting. We're really not sure what it's going to do.
Yep. Men's lacrosse, boy, they looked good last night.
That they did when they were able to take the win from Shorter. They'll be facing Walsh University. The Cavaliers from Ohio will come south to, from the way it looks, play in weather that will be more suitable to them.
Exactly.
So that's when we're next up. We'll take the day off tomorrow and bring you men's lacrosse Saturday at noon from Pepsi Stadium as we welcome Walsh University in for men's lacrosse. So for myself, Gray Sutherland, for Dave Parson, for Jonathan Lewis producing tonight, this has been the North Greenville Sports Network.